Hey there, how's it going? Mr. Chu here with Bear Algebra. First of all, if these videos help you, like them, give them a thumbs up. Second of all, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I want you to be able to use these videos. I'm wearing a skinnier than usual tie, and I'm wondering if you like it or not. So the last time I asked that, a couple people said they did, including my daughter. And so, what do you think, Lynn? It's thinner than what I normally wear. Is it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or no opinion? Let me know. So we were talking about in lesson 7.07D, I explained how to do multiplication of two binomials, stacking them up vertically. So let's just go through and see how easy this really is. So, just like you can take two numbers and multiply them like this. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. Then on your next line, you wouldn't put anything here. You could put a 0 here. You would do 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6, and then you would add down. 8, 11, carry the 1, 9. So we can do something similar to this. So, let's do it. 3 times minus 1. Remember I said minus 1, change that to plus the opposite? I just want people to get used to doing that. When I was teaching pre-algebra to middle schoolers, I made them do it because they made too many mistakes with the negatives if they didn't. So 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And do you see how I did it here and then I come to here? 3 times 8m is 24m. Now what did we do here when we went to the 2? When we went to the one beside it, we didn't put anything here. So I'm not going to put anything here. So now I do 2m times negative 1, which is negative 2m. And then, what did we do? Then you go to the next one and right beside it, 2m times 8m is 16m squared. Now you just add down. So I have 16m squared minus 22m plus negative 3. And this minus here would be good because that was a minus there. If it had been plus and negative, then you change it to minus, and now I can change this to minus. And that's your answer. Okay? So now let's look at the second one, and then just like before, I will check this second one using the distributive property. So you remember you take your 7 times your 8, so I'm going to take my minus 9 that I changed to plus a negative 9. So I've got negative 9 times 6, which is negative 54. Now, just like we go over here now, negative 9 times 2b is negative 18b. Now, just like I did nothing here, I'm going to do nothing here. Now, 5b times 6 is 30b. And then 5b times 2b is 10b squared. You notice how I've got the like terms right underneath each other? Over here, I had the like terms underneath each other. That's because they were underneath each other here, too. Okay, so now when I add down, it doesn't matter if you come over here or over here, it doesn't matter. So it's 10b squared plus negative 18b plus 30b is 12b plus negative 54. That is often written in most textbooks as minus 54. Now, what happens if we use the distributive property method, which is what I taught you earlier in another video? So I take my first binomial times the second one, and then I take the first term and multiply it by that second binomial. Since I'm adding here, I'm going to put a plus here. Now the second term times that second binomial. Now, if you remember, the distributive property says I'm going to take my 2b times my 5b. 2 times 5 is 10. B times b is b squared. Then I take my 2b times my negative 9. We can do that in our head on this check. So the 2b times the negative 9 is negative 18b. Now we take our 6 times my 5b, which is 30b. And then my 6 times my negative 9, which is negative 54. Now let's just look and see if we have them all. So here's a 10b squared. There's a 10b squared. There's a negative 18b. There's a negative 18b. There's a 30b. There's a 30b. And there's a negative 54 and a negative 54. So I have all the terms, and those are like terms. So I have 10b squared plus, when I combine these like terms, I get 12b plus negative 54. And I change that plus negative 54 to minus 54. And these two are the same. So what do you think? Is it getting easier? Did you tell me if you like my tie or not? I haven't made my mind up. I've got lots of ties, so I like wearing ties, and I always wore a tie when I was teaching. So make sure you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if it's something that made sense to you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Know that the original lesson will have a link, and you can get into my playlist to see all my other videos as well. I'm Mr. Chew. I call this Bear Algebra, and I want to help you understand the math. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.